think what we've always tried to do is not just repeat ourselves.
There's an authenticity to the songs because you want them to be refreshing, you want to play them.
The thing is, you can't have Beyond Reverence Mark II if you're really happy with Mark I. Why are you doing the Mark II? So it has to go somewhere else.
Our last expression is a mask of tears.
Vox Populi's themes are darkness and misery.
It is a grumpy record.
Glued to your phone in homeostasis, sitting in one of your favorite places.
You consider Deadlight Dance was formed over lockdown, and those were some pretty dark times. And then what happened was we'd done our album, we'd done our EP, we'd done our covers album, and there was a change in government. We got rid of probably the worst government of our lifetimes. And I had this thought for a brief moment in time, thinking, are we still going to have a voice? Are we still going to have relevance in the modern world? Or are we just going to be harking back to, oh, life was a bit rubbish a couple of years ago? And then you had that assassination attempt of Trump. You had the war in Ukraine, and you had a whole lot of other things going on, and it just made me realise, absolutely, we've still very much got a voice, and we've very much still got things to say.
There's no more good or bad, just like a places to stand as the shadows are growing.
I could be very verbose and suggest that we've possibly preempted Mark Carney's speech last week.
The powerful have their power, but we have something too.
He talks about middle powers. There's a whole world of grassroots small powers, which is us and pretty much everybody we know like us. And there are issues still affecting us, and I think that's probably where it was coming from my point of view. Everybody is playing back to a bass, everybody is reaching back, and it's so divisive. So for me, it was quite refreshing to hear Mark Carney talk about the kinds of things that we're thinking about, which is that actually you need a new cohesiveness.
Daphne Adora, Oreo, Marginata, wears green leather in every season.
There are still some important horticultural and botanical references. Winter Daphne DOA is basically about gardening. It's got nothing to do with dark things at all.
No. Light and shade.
Yeah.
Bit of light and shade on the record. Bit like gardening.
Yeah, absolutely. You never know what you're going to get.
Absolutely.
We kiss for fun. I'm not for the life of you. We kiss for fun. She will not be moved.
So we talk about our guests.
Sweet dreams are made of this. Who am I to disagree? I travel the world and the seven seas. Everybody's looking for something.
We're really pleased this time around. We got Mike on drums. We got Mike into play on. There are two covers on the record, and Mike came in, did a fantastic job on Sweet Dreams and When You Were Mine. We first played with Mike, I'm going to say January 1990, in the old band. Mike was in the band and was very much a part of all of that. We just thought, yeah, it'd be fun to get him on the record, and he came down and smashed it, which was great. And Sean was a great find.
I love you more than I did when you were mine.
I was involved in a fairly short-lived project which Sean was singing for, and I remember texting Nick saying, "Oh, Sean, she's got an amazing voice. I think she'd be a good person to call." We finally pulled it together, and again, it's just absolutely brilliant.
So plain. I draw you in.
I talk about an underlying theme. Although I've said it's a grumpy record and it is dark, there's hope. There is hope there. I think you don't talk about these things unless you want to do something about it. Coming back to that idea of togetherness that I witted about earlier when I was trying to be all political and talk about Mark Carney, well, it is about that. It is about friendships, fortune cookie is all about that. I opened a fortune cookie in San Francisco, and that's where the first line comes from.
All friend,
It was just really, really interesting to see that people are still trying to spread some positivity, and that's still there. And I think, we'd like to be spreading some positivity.
Long maybe I'll call my friends, say I'm sorry for the things that I've done wrong.
I'll give you another soundbite if I can. Vox Populi is very much business as usual, but with a few new twists and turns from before.